They'll be happy if Hassan Ali goes through this over without a boundary and just keeps the pressure up.
Yep. This series, he has to change his mindset. To start with, has to be slightly careful. That was a good bouncer. We alluded to, well directed, pacey. Again, he's getting the solid pace to be able to deliver the ball where he wants. And looks a confident bowler, Hassan Ali.
A very good opening over from his over. It's 8 without loss. Quite sedate, the first 2 overs.
But this time around, came good. Presented full face of the bat, got the elevation and the control. That's a good looking hit.
And it causes a change in the field. Long off, goes back, mid on in the circle. Walks across the sweep. Shot misses.
The highlight of that high elbow.
Lovely hit down the ground. In previous delivery, the sweep shot, which he missed. Some delay, maybe a little check if the ball hit the helmet or not. Just a pause in the play. We heard from the stump mic Salman Ali Agha asking if the ball had hit his helmet or not. It has hit the helmet, so Imon looks Looks fine, but they still have to go through. He's fine. That's why that slight delay.
That might help him focus more.
Well, he hit a 6 down the ground. Maybe that's the way to go. Maybe hit straight. Like that. This time it is being smashed away. That is a glorious hit.
Yeah, that attempted sweep. Yes, Parvez Imran wasn't successful, but what he managed by employing that stroke, he forced the bowler to change the line.
KFC score a scholarship. KFC awards a scholarship to deserving students for every 6. This time the sweep shot, and it is hit extremely well. That has zipped away to the fence.
That was a proper connection with that stroke. Thrice he has attempted this stroke, but wasn't in control. But wow, how about that? Nice roll of the wrist to be able to place the ball with some force.
Very good by Imran. Remember, he got 100 in UAE versus UAE, or just 53 balls. So it can be destructive this over. Couple of 6s, and that swept boundary was flatter. The Saim Ayub concedes 19 off that over. It's 27. Already won the series, now looking for three in a row. Crowd still filtering in. It's been impressive the way that the crowd has come in, even
close to the stumps, and then that bouncer.
It's not giving you the same 2 deliveries consecutively. It's either been change of pace or change of length. Just keeping the batter guessing now. Tanzil was down the wicket, but it was the knuckleball.
Yeah, talking about Hassan Ali, he looks so dialed in. Now making the most of the opportunity he has got after a long time to represent Pakistan. That's in the air. Fielder trying to get underneath. A valiant effort from Fahim Ashraf, but in vain. Over the boundary line. A lucky break for Tanzil.
This time in the air, but in the gap. That's a terrific extra cover drive. Back-to-back boundaries to end the 4th. It's 36 without loss. Bangladesh opening partnership just gathering steam. 36 of the first 4 haven't lost a wicket, so they built a little bit of a platform. But we know this is a very good batting surface. Previous 2 games, Pakistan 201 and 201. The first 20I and the second T20I. Fahim Ashraf, who's been good with the ball this series. Launched away. It is high in the air. 1 bounce into the fence. Boundary to welcome Fahim Ashraf.
Well, this is not the first time we have seen Fahim Ashraf introduced into the attack, and he is welcomed with a boundary. He wasn't short this time though. Fuller in length, but these 2 batters, they are backing themselves up to hit the ball aerial and down the ground.
3 boundaries in a row. Last 2 deliveries of Hassan Ali's over went for boundary. Fahim Ashraf, first ball 4. And driven through extra cover, so make that 4 in a row.
He's so inveterate of the left-handers to see that line and hit the ball through extra cover with plenty of control. Such an elegant stroke. Elbow presenting full face of the bat and held the pose.
Bangladesh, well, the ideal start for them now. They're just blossoming, but they need to make sure that they take this deep. They're not a side that has a middle order that's been firing. There have been a couple of collapses in the first 2 T20Is, so the problem with the batting is a batting collapse. So they make sure once they get in that these two make the bulk of the scoring count.
Especially with the fact their middle order hasn't come to the fore. They got the start and they have to put pressure on themselves. Okay, we're going to turn this partnership into something big to be able to take the pressure off from this middle order.
29 Imon of just 15. He's a very attacking player. By far, this is the best period of batting that Bangladesh have seen this series. Bank Alfala. With Bank Alfala's 1100 plus branches, open your current account from the nearest branch to enjoy various services and earn orbit rewards by maintaining and growing your balance. Right now, Bangladesh need to grow their balance. They're 44 without loss. First 2 deliveries disappear to the fence. Fahim Ashraf just going back of a length. 2 fielders, deep mid wicket and deep square leg, protecting the boundary.
Now this is good from Imon. That was the requirement after picking up a couple of boundaries in this over. Just rotate the strike.
Last ball of the 5th. Edged away and well done from Hassan Ali. He dives and stops. Maybe a boundary. Just a single of that last delivery. 10 off the over. It's 46 without loss.
Well, this has been really good batting from Bangladesh. Going to train at the moment. 9.2 is the run rate at this stage. 1 more over to go before the power play is completed. But they're bowling beautifully, batting beautifully at the moment. Abbas Afridi into the attack. So they're batting beautifully. I think the tactics from Pakistan have been poor, actually. Can't have part-timers opening the bowling. Saim Ayub, yeah, he's a very good spinner, but he's a better batsman than he's a spinner. And yesterday it was Salman Ali Agha who opened the bowling. He would have 17 in his first over. He's a better batsman than a spinner. Got to work some plan out. Of course, there's no Afridi playing in these games, so that would have been the obvious choice, bowling the first over and being devastating like he normally has been throughout his entire career. Fahim Ashraf bowled the first over and went for 11 in the first T20 international against these guys, Bangladesh. So I think the strategies have been poor. I don't know if it's the captaincy, I don't know if it's the coach, but that hasn't been good enough as far as I'm concerned. But Bangladesh have taken advantage of it. 46 for none. At Ali Khan, how you doing?
Pretty good. Now, these two youngsters have batted and opened their batting in the T20 International. This is the 7th time. They haven't been able to get a 50-run partnership, but the way they have batted, I know that you mentioned about Siam bowling a couple of overs, but they've taken full advantage. And once you have that sort of a start, the kind of start that we've seen from both the batters, then you would expect, if not both, but one to bat and bat through their innings. And if that can happen, and surely Bangladesh would be hoping to put runs on the board. 190, 200.
Yeah, they took advantage of it. Sam Ayub went for 19 in his second over. Got paced all over the place. Ashraf then came into the attack and he got hammered in his first over as well. So now it's a matter of Pakistan trying to pull things back a bit while these guys are flying right now. It's a very fine shot. All along the carpet for 4. Beautifully played.
Yeah, with that boundary, the 50 partnership, the first time this pair has added 50 or more. That is a lovely shot. He's batted beautifully, aggressively, and proper cricketing shots. Yeah, down the ground, always so pleasing on the eye to see youngster eyeing to hit down the ground. Once again, Imon picks up a boundary.
Strike rate of very close to 190 now, a couple of sixes, and that's his 4th 4. He's dealing largely in boundaries. Very good batting track. Bowler's got to play catch up here for Pakistan. Bottom edge. Looking to drive that on the up. That's an indication of how good this surface is. Coming on nicely to the bat. But they are playing superbly right now. Took advantage. Must have been different bowling, and that 51 unfinished and 35 balls, that's flying. Nice to see them working so well. Looking to go straighter than that. Trying to go down, I think, even actually mid-on region, actually. Lost his shape totally. As it squeezed back at a square. Yeah, it's just letting us know these should be going straighter. Super Asia, Pakistan's leading home appliance brand. We have home appliances from them. Super Asia. Snappers are in. Waltzing across, inside edge onto the pad. He's going to retain the strike. Power play has now been completed. 53 for none. Great start for Bangladesh.
53 for Bolos after 6 overs.
Asif Yakub just letting us know that that power play is done. Let's have a look at this action from Bangladesh. You'll notice that they got a bit dished up that they could put away. That was solid. A couple of left-handers who played some superb shots at the start of the settings after Pakistan won the toss, elected to bowl first today, something a bit different. But some of their shots were brilliant. That was Fahim Ashraf, who did really well actually to give himself an opportunity to catch that. Good drive through the covers as soon as Ashraf came on. Also back over his head as soon as he arrived. And some really good drives from these two opening batsmen. Little left-handers playing well.
That's what they were playing for, and Pakistan already has that in the bag. But what an excellent start from Bangladesh. 7 4s and 2 6s in the first 6. Skipper in the attack.
Now let's see what he can do, the captain. So leg side for starters. Must have been some connection with the thigh pad, although Tanzad doesn't think there was. A little bit of a wry grin from Tamin Tanzad. He thought that should have been called a wide. Solomon Aliaga is just trying to get a couple of overs under his belt, I think, at this stage. Maybe just the one. I don't know. They've got Dabra Ahmed, who's been brilliant. That's wide.
Yeah, both the batters were a part of the under-19 World Cup squad in 2020 when they went on to win the World Cup. Bangladesh beating India. They've showed some serious form here tonight.
Oh, that's an edge. Hasn't gone very far. Hassan Adil does nicely. Scamper through for one. A couple of times he's lost his shape.
So both have a good understanding because they opened the batting for Bangladesh in that tournament and also now bringing up the first 50 partnership.
Solid down the ground. They want to keep going. Of course, his run rate is brilliant. They want to stay on that and not let that slip.
Yeah, I can understand where you're coming from, Hazy. You're talking about partnership. I think more importantly is whether Imon or Tanzid can convert these starts to a really big one. Desperately to look to find someone who can play a big innings here for Bangladesh.
It's a real chance. Down the ground this time. Blueprints pretty basic when it comes to T20 cricket. When you're batting, one of the top four has got to get to past the 60 mark. Somewhere around the 80 mark, if not even more, if at all possible. And then a couple of guys thrash towards the end of the innings, and that guarantees a good total. Chance for one of these two blokes, if not both, to really kick on. Bottom edge.
It's been a good over. 8 balls since the last boundary, so the pressure now building up. Playing across the line and getting an inside edge.
Going straight, that's the value of that. And it's gone for 6. That's a great way to finish the over. Ends up being 11 from it, 64 for none.
It's his first 6. It's a beautiful shot down the ground again. Shimmy down and then exposing the stumps. Picked up the length very quickly and smashed it. What a shot to finish the over.
Right, 7 overs done. 64 for none at the moment. Says look at the Bangladesh lineup. Khalid Ahmed on debut, 32 years of age. That's nice for him. Has played some tests.
But it is important that now the rest of the batters can make a really good contribution. This partnership looking good, but it is all up to Litun Kumar Das, the skipper, and obviously to Ridoy, who hasn't been among runs. Jackarelli, we know that he likes hitting sixes, he likes to score runs quickly.
Here we go, an out-and-out spinner who's in real good form. Abrar Ahmed into the attack. About time. 3 overs by part-timers, part-time spinners in the first over, first 7 overs, by the way. 2 by Ayub and 1 by Solomon Aliaga. 35 runs in those 3 overs. 35.
You know, he's been the pick of the bowlers for Pakistan. 6.75 the economy, and he's picked up 3 wickets in the 2 matches that he has played. So has Shadab, who's picked up 3 wickets for 6.50.
World's first arbitrage crypto exchange. Exchange On. Download the app at exchangeon.io and download the app there. World's first arbitrage crypto exchange. Wrongen.
Now that's the challenge. How do they handle the quality spinners that Pakistan has in this team? We've seen those part-timers. They've taken that full advantage. That's absolutely fine. More importantly, how to handle themselves against the likes of Abrar and Shadab. Both the left-handers looking very comfortable.
That's cracked. That's beautifully cracked. That's a terrific shot for 6. He's just picked that up superbly. Maximum result.
He's a powerful, powerful lad. When he hits it, it stays hit. Full of muscles here. Now look at that, the right leg, clearing it up and making room to free his arms.
Another scholarship. KFC score a scholarship. KFC is awarding higher education scholarships to a deserving student for every 6 hit during this series. Bottom edge, stunning into his foot. Yeah, that was a fine shot. Two balls left, 8 from it so far. A little bit flatter that time. A little bit leg side, just whipped away. The outfield is lightning quick. Can he get there? No.
Misses the line and he takes full advantage. Onto the leg side. Deft touch. Just a little bit flick. Wheeler inside the circle. Did chase, but to no avail. Yeah, nicely played. Just tucked it in. Played it finer. Yeah, it was a little bit quicker from Abrar. So good batting.
This is Bangladesh's highest ever opening stand against Pakistan in T20 internationals. Naeem and Tamim in 2020 got 71, so this one now is 76 unfinished. 12 off this over. Abrar's first. That's hit well as well. Oh, and it's gone through. That's an unforced error. That's just gone straight through. That's not going to make the bowler very happy. No, look at that look. He's a bit... 16 from it, 80 for none.
In the last over. Look at those skyscrapers with that boundary also. Parvez Hussain Imon picks up his first 50. Remember, he had scored already 100 in the bag. That was against UAE. But what an electrifying start this is for Bangladesh. 52 of just 27 deliveries for Imon.
Yeah, he's played absolutely superbly. They're on track certainly for plus 200, 210 at this stage. Abbas Afridi. Out of that 52, 42 runs and boundaries. Magnificent work.
Looks as such a good player when in this kind of form. That's the one that he put it away. Sweeping it and picking up a boundary and picking up his first 50. Yes, he has 100. Bisecting those two fielders. He went to close, but just couldn't pull it back. And has been a brilliant knock from Parvez Hussain Imon.
It's nicely bowled from around the wicket, trying to tuck him up a little bit.
And this has been good batting. You mentioned about the number of boundaries that Bangladesh have already picked, 9 fours and 4 sixes, but also keen to rotate strike. If you look at the way they've handled themselves, they've pushed the fielders back at the edge of the circle. So single is on. Even if you don't pick up a boundary, you can easily pick up a single. This is good, very good.
Short delivery, picked out the man. Fortunate he did, otherwise that would have raced away as well. All seems to be disappearing to all parts right now.
Yeah, missed out. That was certainly an opportunity for Tanzir Hassan to pick up a boundary here. They look a little bit more settled. Remember, a couple of times he's thrown his wicket away. But when you see the other batter from the non-striker, someone like Parvez Hussain Imon, to score runs and score those runs in that manner, it just takes the pressure off, doesn't it? So this is a good combination between these two youngsters.
Oh, that's picked up. Charging. Smack that. Belted it for 6. Effortlessly. That is superb. Absolutely superb.
That is wonderful, wonderful display of batting here. We spoke about Parvez Hussain Eman. What about Tanzeen Hassan Tamim? Goes down the wicket, makes some room, and he cracks it away over cover and mid-off for another 6.
That's the 5th 6. 9 4s and 5 6s in this innings, and that means 5 scholarships from KFC. You might have heard the call in the middle from these two guys. They communicated midway, coming back for 2. Good running again. Really good work.
Yeah, this is good batting. Even though you're looking to score runs and you want to score runs quickly, he has hit a 6. And then he looks at the field and just tucks it away, putting a little bit more pressure onto the fielders in the deep, and gets a couple of runs. This is very good batting.
Stepped at that run rate, by the way. It's up to 10.2 now. A thought of 2, briefly. Another good over, 11 from it, 91 for none.
After 9 overs, Bangladesh.
Someone Eliaga said at the toss he wanted to try something a little bit different. Well, they are, that's for sure. They're going to be chasing some leather here. 91 for none. Run rate at 10.1 at the moment. If they continue at this rate, they'll go at 202. So nice to have quite a few of these sponsors that have been around for a long, long time with the PCB over the years. Here's another one, Inverex Solar Energy, Pakistan's #1 solar brand, trusted for over 15 years. Long-term sponsor. Might have heard the call of 2. Was optimistic, I think, because he's got a pretty tidy arm.
Yeah, they'll probably be looking to rotate strike, because he has been successful in the last 2 T20 internationals against Bangladesh. So you really don't want to see these two batters taking any sort of risk, because they're going great at the moment.
Yeah, considering also the collapses they've had in the last 2 games. Got to make the most of this. Well, they're playing so well, and a good surface. Got to really cash in here. M1, 54 off 29. It's been magnificent. Tanzan's been fairly patient as well. He's provided great support. He's no slouch with his strike rate at 130. And he's cracked that for 6. That's a fine stroke. Right out of the screws, and superbly caught, sir. Didn't interrupt his phone call at all, or his celebrations. Well done. Did you get that catch? Did you see that? Did you see that?
Yeah, the first 2 deliveries were 2 singles, so they were patient enough to pick up the right length. This was full, and he says, thank you very much. I'm going to put it away for another 6 here. That is a really good shot. Oh, look at that catch.
What a grab. Catch of the match, I think, that one. Catch of the match. Oh, look, there he goes. He's getting some snaps done as well now. Simple. Look at this. Yeah, still talking as he catches it. Throws it back. Just hang on a sec. I'm just losing my balance. I'll come back to your call shortly. That's beaten the bat. It's been a while. 99 for none. Halfway through.
99 for bowlers, Bangladesh.
Finally, the Tigers have started to roar. They have really ambushed Pakistani bowlers. Finally, in this series, it's a good start.
Another smack, another six. The fun continues for Bangladesh. This has been a terrific beginning. 100-run partnership laced with 4 sixes. And we've seen surety and class go hand in hand.
Yeah, leaving Pakistani captain to think about so many things. These two batters look so dialed in and seizing on every opportunity to hit the ball out of the park. Another scholarship.
Yes, KFC scholarship. Will award scholarship KFC to a deserving student via the KFC scholarship program. Wow, that is absolutely dismissed, out of his sight. Picking off the length and in no uncertain terms. That is smash and a half.
Disdain and arrogance easily be spotted in that particular stroke. A Caribbean flavor in that one, and the flair.
There's a lot of clarity, there's a lot of purpose behind what we've seen so far from Bangladesh. And this is what the fans wanted. Bit of a ticker, bit of a fight back. And no game in international cricket is a dead rubber. So you want to prove a point here. Pakistan, remember, after winning the toss, electing to bowl first, electing to challenge themselves. But what a surface this is turning out to be. In fact, so many matches over the last 5 weeks, 18 matches been played on the square in the last 5, and you can't complain about the quality. It really has been special from this crowd here. The curators have done, the ground staff have done a fabulous job.
Yeah, the pitches in Pakistan have certainly improved. There is no doubt about it. A consistent bounce and pace, which was a miss.
That guy who's waving has been part of the deal for now good 30 years. That's scooped up in the air, and that's taken. It's Abrar who picks up a catch and provides Pakistan with a breather. They needed this desperately. First wicket has gone down.
Now, was there any need for that? He was hitting the ball beautifully down the ground. But he has helped the cause of Pakistani bowlers with that stroke. They were looking desperately for this breakthrough, and it has come through Fahim Ashraf. A comfortable catch for Abrar, another one for him. And finally, the opening partnership has been broken. Tanzim contributing with 42 from 32, 110 for 1. It's off. Rolled his wrist, and hence no timing. An easy catch for Abrar.
Yeah, it's been smooth and flowing innings from the left-hander. Imran has been more than impressive. It's 112 for 1.
112 after 11 overs.
Holding the centre spread, Pervez Hussain Imran, 66 of 33. So Bangladesh have played the first part very, very nicely. It's been a powerful start. Now the end has got to be as powerful. We know the innings can go pear-shaped if you don't really hold your shape. So they've got wickets in hand. They can experiment with the batting order as well. Shadab coming on to bowl. Bowls a wider googly, wider angle. Googly's been given as a wide. Staying away from the left-hander's reach.
That wasn't a bad idea from Shadab. Pushing the ball away from Pervez, who's been meaning to hit the ball down the ground.
Oh, that's gone up in the air. Keeper is calling for it. He takes it quite easily in the end. Imran will be absolutely gutted because he's batting like a dream. And so wicket went down and so has Imran. So 2 strikes for Pakistan in no time gives them now a lot of hope and comfort.
Yeah, you give a ball to Shadab, he'll pick you a wicket somehow. The first googly he attempted was a wide one, but this time around he managed to pick the outside edge and nicely just catch by Haris behind the stumps. Had to peer over his shoulder, but did it nicely. But a good hand from Pervez Imran. 66 from 34, 113 for 2.
Tauheed Ridoy is full of promise. Yeah, once again bowling that wrong gun. Shadab, 2 wrong guns to the left-hander, did the job, staying away from his hitting range, and instead of going through the offside, yeah, he tried to hit it across the line, top edge. Keeper called for it and accepted it quite nicely. Last time Bangladesh were off to a good start as well in the last game, 44 for no loss, and then losing 7 wickets for 33 runs. Just a polite reminder that it can't be repeated again.
Well, they showed inability to pick those googlies and flippers from the leg spinner in the previous outing. Now this time around looking to play on the front foot rather than committing themselves on the back foot.
It's a very good start from Shadab because he could have been in the firing range as well. You're swept off your feet generally when the going is tough for the bowlers, and so he's come in and he's bowled intelligently and he's picked up a couple of wickets, except for that delivery which was flat and a little bit of width provided to the right-hander and makes the fence in no time. He'd be disappointed.
Well, this is the peril of over-trying things. And bowled quite a few wrong ons this time around. Look to ball a top spinner, too wide, too easy for the batter.
Another ball on the shorter side is put away for a single. 120 for 2 after 12.
120 for 2 after 12 balls. Bangladesh.
So many things.
Coming of age abroad.
And there's always time for the fans to enjoy cricket with Pakistan's own brand, Tapal, at the Tapal Tea Lounge. It's the number one brand of Pakistan. Tapal Danedar and Thanedar. I'm sure Bangladesh will be looking to get another partnership rolling. It's about a game of partnerships right till the end. So 16 from 9, which is not bad at all. This is good, sensible batting because you can up the pace. It's such a good batting surface that this little quiet period here will not hurt Bangladesh that much.
Yeah, the stage is set for them to breach 200 runs in this innings, and they can afford to play quietly for a couple of overs, making sure that they don't give a sniff of a chance for the Pakistani bowlers to make a comeback.
Yeah, that staircase got to be absolutely clean. Yeah, nicely played. Good footwork, using the crease. He's running hard. Ridha slips. And Litton Das this time makes his ground. Will he growl once again? Expression is fine, is okay. Yeah. 1-3. One for 2.
take the opposition to cleaners. Now both of them are excellent striker of the ball.
Away from his reach, really had to go after it. To make a connection. Yeah, that fielder, a couple of fielders at point, therefore becomes so important for Shadab, because that's his natural trajectory. He's going to be flat, a little wider.
As for that Googly from outside. The off stump.
He read it well, and that's hit for 6. Wonderful strike from the right-hander. He read it early and picked him like he was reading the back of his hand. Sensational 6.
Yeah, hit the ball with all the certainty. Was a wrong on. Read it very early, and then good footwork.
Some wonderful strikes tonight from Bangladesh. Playing like a relaxed team. Now that the series lost, maybe it has allowed them a bit of freedom. Draws it away from wide off to long on for a run. He'll keep the strike, and so it's 1-4-2 for 2 after 14. Yeah, it's been tough for the bowlers. Syme started with the new ball. Bowled 2 overs for plenty.
Whatever you call it, but the result was good for Bangladesh. A boundary.
It used to be called French cut.
I think you have it.
What number is this? Yeah, it's Tapalti moment again. Number 1 T brand of Pakistan. And this in worth watching. A lot of big shots. A slower ball. That's nice. Ball undone by a lackluster effort behind the stumps. But the idea is right. He was dead set on of hitting it hard.
Plenty to think for Pakistani captain Salman Ali Agha. Bangladeshi batsmen are scoring at a good rate.
Yeah, beautifully timed for a run. T20I captaincy demands different kind of skills, Amir. 150 comes up for Bangladesh because you can't do a thing about what is transpiring before you. You know, fours and sixes, and yet somehow you want to be determined, yet you don't want to be overreactive. Speediness is needed, I guess.
And at the same time, you have to find go-to bowler as well. If the going is tough, you need to have a couple of bowlers you turn to. At the moment, he's just learning the ability of his team.
Yeah, nice ball to finish the over after 15. Bangladesh exactly on 150 for the loss of 2 wickets.
Seven bowlers used. Pakistan have the luxury of 8 bowlers in their playing 11. At the moment, they're going at 10 and over, 150 for 2. Bangladesh put into bat. Probably batting first has brought out their best. Now, final 5 overs of the innings. Just 2 wickets. Another one back off the hand. So it's a very good over so far. Just 3 singles now. Where does Lytton Das look to hit? With the platform set with just 2 wickets lost, you would think every over must go for 10 or more. Now Lytton Das, there's a short third and a short fine in the circle. Point also, so behind the wicket, the opportunity. 3 men back on the leg side. Yeah, back of the hand, slow one. This is terrific stuff from Abbas Afridi.
It's turning out to be a very good over. Deal in singles. They would be looking to somewhere around 200 or even more.
Everything is built up nice. And he's chased it all the way down and nobody's looking. Haris throws. Remember, 200.
Singh.
Built up nicely with the last couple of overs. And captain was appreciating the effort from Hassan Ali. In the end, it's all in vain because 2 runs scored.
They did really well. You'll be happy. The end result resulting in another single. Have a look at this Yorker. Well bowled. They pick up a single, and he's the one, the bowler himself, going and picking it up and having a shy at the stumps. No backing up. Very good athleticism from Hassan Ali. Last over, only 6 singles in this. Start with a couple of runs. 11 balls now since the last boundary. Where does the boundary come? They need a boundary, Bangladesh, to ensure that they get into some sort of a groove here. Pakistan has fought back. Another bit of a discussion in the middle.
Came.
Partnership with that boundary, 49.
Bowling celebrates.
Yeah, look at his celebration. A little bit cheeky, too cheeky, because the ball was on the. If you do, and then the ball would go on to hit the stump. Just rolling the fingers over. It's a slower delivery and hits the timber. The partnership comes to an end. The scupper, Liton Kumar Das, has to go.
Shamim Hussain walks in and he's got a job to do. The job is to get runs quickly. Liton Das with a lovely shot over extra cover. Then tried the ramp shot. Captain departs. Now it's Shamim Hussain. Short ball, caught up with it, and it goes to the fence. The start is perfect because it is a boundary.
The decision was to send him up the order. Usually you would see someone like Jaka ready to come and bat at number 5. Last match it was Mehdi Hasan Miraj. They decided to send in a left-hander. And he's picked up a boundary of the first delivery that he faces. Now was short. The easy pickings. Put bat to ball, pick up a boundary.
Wicket in the over, but 10 off. 2 deliveries remain. And what can Shamim do? Round the wicket is Hassan Ali. With off an extra cover in the circle. Backs away, thumps it away. Past extra cover. Wide open spaces. That is an impressive shot.
He's probably anticipating a short one. Very strong square of the wicket on both sides. They've got some support here also. You see some Bangladesh flags all around. It's a back-to-back boundary. He backs away, makes himself some room, and slaps it away on the offside. Didn't bother to run because he knew exactly because it was in the gap. And it races over to the boundary. So 4 more.
Ends the over with the daughters Hassan Ali. After 17, Bangladesh 170 for 3.
Nicely disguised, Mr. Slow delivery. He doesn't pick it up. He's probably thinking of a quicker one.
The last 18 deliveries remain. Hamzat 42, Imon 66, Titandaz 22. But what Bangladesh want is his last 3 overs to go at maybe 12 and over, maybe more. Abbas Afridi. Nicely bowled, slow one.
Already their highest score of the series, but they still have a few overs to bat through. And they'll be eyeing to get across 200 here. Hriday, unbeaten on 24. But they're picking up a good length from the bowlers. Again, fuller Yorker length. Hardly any chance for the batter to put it away. Very good. He conceded only 6 in his previous over.
The slow one working beautifully. With Rohit, he'll have to settle for 1. This is superb bowling from Abbas Afridi. It's either Yorker or the back of the hand slow one.
And now Shamim Hussain on strike has already picked up a couple of boundaries in the 3 balls that he has faced. And he'll also be eyeing to pick up a few boundaries here. Well, this is excellent stuff from Abbas Afridi. On the money. Just making sure that he's got the right field set. Long on, long off. And the fielder at wideish cover point comes inside the circle. And now they have 3 inside the circle on the offside.
He tries to reverse and taken. Again, pace off. Stramp not working. Harris with the catch.
Play that ram shot of a slow delivery. Need for Shamim Hussain to attempt to play that 171.
Bowling at the back. That Abbas Afridi.
And this time around, not one. This time around, not one. Butler. The flick mid wicket. Hriday has to go. Another wicket falls. 2 in this over. Gone for 25. Bangladesh 172 for 5.
Mehdi Hasan Miraj walks across. Will not be a wide. A good decision, but this is a excellent over from Abbas Afridi. Just conceding 2 and picking up 2 wickets. The 18th over. 172 for 5. Just when Bangladesh thought they should accelerate, Pakistan come back with wickets. And now just 2 overs remain. 200 looking slightly more difficult.
After the end of the 15th over, Bangladesh were well placed at 150 for 2. In the next 3 overs, they only managed to score 22. The problem is they've lost 3 wickets. So Pakistan has really pulled it back, especially in the last 3 overs. Abbas Afridi has been outstanding.
Oh, drilled back. That was hammered back. Maybe it was a chance. But Fahim Ashraf probably saved runs more than anything because it was hit so hard back at him.
Just have a look at this length. Again, Fuller. But he got into a really good position because bats deep in his crease. And he struck really hard straight back to the bowler. Could not hold on to it. He might have just hurt himself. It was his left hand.
Hard. Pakistan, like Bangladesh the other day, who fought back in the final 5 overs. Bangladesh just conceded 40. Pakistan right now in the final 5 over phase have been excellent. They really pegged Bangladesh back. Now it'll take some special hitting. Tinkering with the field, Salman Ali Agha now gets man out on the offside, mid-off in the circle, so the chance to hit straight, maybe over extra cover. It's it down the ground.
The batter's not getting the elevation.
He moved across, absolutely hammered it, so yes, Fahim Ashraf got his hands to it, but it was always going to burst through because of the fact that it was hit so hard. Every delivery there's a little discussion what the plan is. Field stays the same. Well, slight change, long off drops back to the fence. Point brought in. Tries to get it down to third, just be the single. This is good. Pakistan will accept this.
Yeah, they'll be more than happy because they haven't conceded a boundary in the last 10 deliveries that they have bowled. That's how they've pulled this back. Drying up the runs, drying up the boundaries and applying pressure. And by doing so, they've also managed to pick up a couple of wickets. It's been absolutely brilliant. Initially it was Abbas Afridi and now even Fahim Ashraf bowling in the right areas.
It's it down the ground, enough elevation, yes. Flat, long and 6.
Finally, he nails it. Shakir Ali. Took them some time to pick up a boundary. And that's what he usually does. He goes across the line, goes deep, and then plays with the length. Flays it away. That is a cracking shot.
Yeah, wonderful hit. He's looking for that. The previous couple of deliveries was Zakir Ali. Now there's another discussion. Already this is Bangladesh's highest ever total against Pakistan in T20Is. But they'll be eyeing more. They'll be eyeing something over 200. Try to get to 200 or as close as. Zakir Ali. Full toss. Gets it over mid-off. Boundary. A 6 and a 4.
Zakir really smashed the previous one for a 6. This time around the mid-off fielder, so he was eyeing it. Again, a slower delivery. It turns out to be a low full toss. All he to do is hit it over the top of the infield, and he picks up another boundary. So with that boundary, 12 in this over.
Seven legal deliveries remain. Into the pitch. Does well as Fahim Ashraf. But an expensive over 12 off. It's 184 for 5. Final over of this Bangladesh innings, put into the bat, and they started off exceedingly well. Got to 150 in their 15 overs. Now just Pakistan fighting back. Final over. Hassan Ali, slow one in the air. Chance in the deep and taken. Hassan Nawaz made good ground. And Hassan Ali's pace-off delivery works.
It's the last over, and Madison Mirage will be disappointed. Just couldn't connect it nicely. Hassan Ali, the very first delivery of this over, the last over, forces the batter to hit it in the air. Just couldn't find the gap. Probably just on the bottom part of the bat. It's a pretty decent catch. He had to run a long way to his left, Hassan Nawaz, and takes it very nicely indeed. So Madison Mirage departs.
Oh, brilliant Yorker. First delivery, the slow one, second delivery, Yorker. So this is a fabulous start to the 20th over from Hassan Ali. Yeah, complete. And that's why I didn't get the distance. It's a very good catch because he traveled a long way, ran the distance, but made sure his head was still and comfortable when he got underneath the ball. Good catch from Hassan Nawaz. First ball wicket, second ball just the single. Pakistan have been good in these final overs. I just want to get that field positioning absolutely sorted. He's an extra cover, so maybe Hassan Ali will go wide outside off. Zakir Ali moves across, full toss. Not a great connection, just a single. No ball given. Full toss deemed over waist height, so a free hit.
They've got to find a way to pick up a boundary here of this free hit. I'm still having a bit of a chat with the umpire, Hassan Ali. Just above the waist, that's what he was indicating, the umpire.
Quite tight, but he was quite upright when he hit that, so deemed a no ball, a free hit, a chance for Tanzim. Oh, thumped away leg side, he gets the gap and gets the distance as well. Free hit, deposited over the rope.
And that is a very good hit. Remember, he picked up his first T20 International 50 in the previous game, batting at number 9. This time around, a free hit, and Bangladesh desperately looking for a boundary, and he's smashed it away for the maximum. Full toss down the leg side, easy picking.
Yeah, they needed that, Bangladesh need a couple of more hits. They're 193 now. Goes wide and it's thumped straight down the ground. Just be the single. A hit away from 200 Bangladesh.
He misses out. Was eyeing to hit down the ground and clear the field. Nice scores by number 9 batters. There you go. The top of the list, coming at number 9 and picking up a 50.
A swing and a miss. The slow one outside off stump working. So it's down to the final delivery. Can Bangladesh get to 200? And Jakir Ali hit one out of the park. It is a decent score, 194, but we've seen the previous 2 games, even the final, get 201. Bangladesh goes wide again, dragged it leg side. They want the second. Will they get the second? Yes. 6 in the end. Bangladesh put into bat. And the series that they've had, they'll be satisfied with their way that their batting has performed.
Yeah, batting wise, definitely they'll be happy. Bowlers can do the job. Look at those last 5 overs, just 46 runs. Problem is they lost wickets, quite a few. 4 wickets in the last 5 overs. In the end, just could not cross over. We scored 200 or even more. In the huddle, but Bangladesh in the end will still be quite pleased to score 196 after the end of the 20th over. Thanks to that wonderful opening partnership between Imon and Tanzid Hassan Tamim, and they added 110 in 10.4 overs, set the tone.
Very good.
কাছাকাছি মাঝখানে 17 ওভারে
of just 6 deliveries. 9 extras in the lead after this short break. Runs conceded and 2 wickets. 438. But Abbas Afridi, partnership of 110. Litton Das and Hidroy 49.
A very impressive batting performance from Pakistan. Need 197 runs off 120.